この俺が人間なんだ。
Alright, so in this one, we are going to be going over the best aging Sparkings in the entire game of Dragon Ball Legends. For those wondering, what are these marks? My cat scratched me, so yeah. Fun fact, I have a cat. He beat my ass this morning. It's rough times when your cat wants to beat your ass, so apologize for the marks. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, the best aging Sparkings. Gonna touch on Zenkais and all that. Similar to yesterday, we went over the worst aging Sparkings. The best aging, it's gonna be easier, but it's also gonna be a little bit of a dilemma, because there's some units that were like complete ass, but like they're aging since one thing has happened to them or another. You know what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about. Gogeta 4 has, you know, astonishingly made him a top 5 unit in the game, for where he has such great aging right now. So it's like, do I put him in the good category because he aged great, or do I put him in the bad and he doesn't make this because, well, he was dead for months? I don't know. When I think of good aging, I'm thinking of on release they were good, or at least usable. They didn't have to be even great, they just had to be usable, and then they went incline, 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 or stayed as good, if not maybe went down a little bit, but they were still good enough to use, right? Zenkai-wise, I think it's fairly obvious. I'm not going to mention Super Vegeta because, I mean, he didn't have that great of aging after, you know, he fell off, right? He fell off and he fell off, okay? That's how that worked. His Zenkai, yes, refurbished him and fixed him, but he didn't age from, you know, year 1 to year 4. Okay, here we are, he's still Z tier. No, he obviously fell off, right? DKP, I would say, is very good aging. Everything he's been able to do since his release has been phenomenal for him. Zenkai Frieza, I would say, could be considered, but again, this isn't even like any particular order. It's just kind of like rampant, like who is actually good aging. Fat Boo, great aging. Zenkai Bardock, I mean, dude, this guy goes from... It depends who's around him, right? Because when you had, you know, Purple Broly come out, and then you had, what, Revival Gohan was before Purple Broly? Or after, rather. You had, what, Purple Broly, Ultra Goku, Bardock? Was that what you were running? Or Gogeta, rather? Like, you didn't have a team. But then you had Bardock, Future Gohan, and Revival Gohan. Okay, you have a Super Saiyan team. You have now this Super Saiyan team. This guy's stock went from fucking, like, like, he is it. He is that guy. He's just that motherfucker, right? Again, some units that have definitely fallen off now, but they aged gracefully for their time frame, is also I want to mention, like, Red Gogeta aged gracefully for his time frame for how long he's been, like, a Zenkai, right? But right now, he's not, like, someone you're going to run into. Fat Boo, like I mentioned. Namek Goku, I feel like, had a very good shelf life for when he was, you know, a mainstay unit. Most people aren't that great with him, but I do think at least his utility of where you could actually come back with him was something that was sought after by a lot of people. Even if you couldn't do it, it was sought after by people, right? So I think it kind of helps him there, but regardless of Zenkais, because I know people care about actually, like, units they are pulling for, the first one, I mean, if we're just going down the order of the list, Majuub, holy shit. Majuub, man, this motherfucker, oh my god. From release, I thought he was great, right? People really didn't like him that much because, you know, you kind of got the Future Gohan vibe where he just doesn't do the craziest damage, but yet he's not a defense type, and it's like, okay, 14 stars, these are his stats, but then you see him tanking, you see him having that crazy green card, you see him getting, I believe it's double card draw speed on his main ability? Yeah, double card draw speed on his main ability, healing, and then, again, you kind of have just a little bit of everything going on with him. I don't think he actually has support, but besides that, he just has everything going on. Obviously now he's like a big boy yellow that's, you know, Future Gohan and this guy, these are the two that are running around, and he just does really everything you need him to do. I think he's aged pretty gracefully. Honestly, if not the best aging all-star unit, right there. Like, he is it. Like, he is the cream of the crop of all-stars right now. Like, he is a perfectly designed all-star unit. He was great, and he didn't even come out, like, long after Anniversary, which is GT buffs. He was, you know, if Gogeta 4 had that plat on release, or at least his full fucking unique, you know, filled out where his second unique actually had something in it, you know, this would have been a great setup, even though it is now. It would have been Gogeta 4, Majuub, and whoever else. on a, you know, anniversary drop. Oh my god, like, Majuub, great, phenomenal aging unit. Again, very perfect. It's going to be more newer units just because, well, they actually designed them well, right? Maybe some of them not the greatest, but a lot of them they designed very, very well. Evolution Blue, I think from his release, he was god tier. I think maybe he's fallen a little bit. If I were to like give him like a chart type of thing, I'd say Evolution Blue was like here on release, and maybe he's gone like teetering, but he's not falling. He's not like this. He's like a little bit. I still think he does have insane value now. While him and Gogeta Blue are a little bit slower for the meta, and, you know, you can't be that slow right now, him being yellow does carry him, at least in this circumstance. And overall, he can do crazy damage inflicted, he can fuck over Revival, he can fuck over Endurance, no social cover change on his main ability, I believe. He has a lot going for him in the damage output, he has a lot going for him in his teams, because holy shit, Vegeta Clan's a great team. God Key really isn't that terrible, and, well, leader update, you can run him fucking anywhere. He has all unconditional buffs, so you can give him Strike or Blast Attack. He can literally do anything. His damage is his mainstay, and he still does the damage he wants to do. It's just a little bit harder now, but it's not like it's impossible for him to, like, pop off. Like, I've seen Evolution Blue. You saw me terrified of Evolution Blue in the LF Broly video earlier, because, oh my god, this guy could fucking 2-card you. Like, this, a 12-star, especially this one here. This motherfucker can nuke you after he gets some ramp up. And again, his ramp up is so easy. Just hit them. Just hit them. Not even hit them out, honestly. Just lose key. And then do a card. Lose key, do a card. It's so easy. He is so great aging. I love how great aging he's been. And free-to-play units, you know, I could mention them, but I don't feel like they hold up to the 1% and or LFs that I'm going to rate in this, right? So, I could mention Kid Buu or Rose, but I just don't think they hold up. Maybe I'll do a separate video for them, but yeah. Evolution Blue. Crazy, crazy aging. LF Broly, went over him yesterday. Not the greatest aging unit. Did see him earlier, though. He looked as good as you expect with the team he was on, right? Let's keep going. I actually do think Halo Vegeta has aged pretty nicely. He came out with, what, Kid Buu? Kid Buu, I believe, came out January, February, around that time frame. I believe, if not latest April, which, I mean, we're in fucking January, and it took until Birdcoo, right? So, let's say April. Let's say April he came out. April, May, June, July, August, September. Birdcoo came out November, right? Right before Black Friday. September, October, November. Yeah. Halo Vegeta had a very good life. This man, holy shit. Obviously, with the amplification of Super Saiyan 3 Goku Zenkai, he was his best friend. They were holding hands, you know, going on picnics together. It was the greatest love story. You love to see it. Halo Vegeta, the insane amount of ki he gives back with Super Saiyan 3 Goku getting ki, with the amount of just support, man. The support, he could go neutrally, lower sub count. This guy was he was so tedious. I love that he actually fell off because he was so tedious to deal with. He's just such a great unit. Again, 8 months of just being best friends with somebody, and even if you didn't run him, I mean, when Super Saiyan 3 Goku got replaced, I saw Gogeta 4 in Halo Vegeta. It's literally the same thing. You just have a durable Saiyan, and, you know, hopefully they're green because green and yellow, obviously color synergy there. You're vibing because you have so much healing. You have all the ki back. You have everything. Because Gogeta 4 gets ki on entry. Super Saiyan 3 Goku gets ki on entry. You get these units that have ki on entry. On top of this guy, what does he give? 60 ki? It's insane. Then he lowers sub count. He gets the heal again. Like, he has so much he could just do for everyone around him. And it's just so silly. I'm, again, glad he aged out. But holy shit, he was so silly to deal with. Love that guy, though. Honestly, Bergamo, I could say. But I'm a Bergamo simp. So I cannot authorize this, but to keep going, I did have some just thought out. I guess we'll touch on him here. Yeah. Gogeta 4. Now, Gogeta 4 is, again, an enigma to me. I want to say he makes this because, yes, you know, since his plat, he's aged like Jesus, like legitimately one of the best, if not the best unit in the entire game that didn't come out in the last 2 months. I agree with that. But you have to understand, he had, what, 3 months? 4 months? Where he was tier 1. So we went... I guess this is just like a comeback unit. Not even really a great aging, I guess you'd call it. Because it's so weird. Because, yes, since his plat, he's aged great. But that's not Gogeta 4. That's his plat equipment. I guess you could call him on this. I don't know. If you want to be nice, sure, put him on this. But I do think, you know, the first few months where he was just MIA, that also does affect it, right? That's why I don't think he'd be like cream of the crop, top 3 unit of entire 2021, because, well, he was dead for 3 to 4 months after his release. Like, that's a quarter of 2021. This motherfucker was dead, right? So, I think he's obviously great. Obviously, perfect aging for a unit that came out during anniversary, to where we are now. What is that? 6 months later, right? This guy has done it all. He does it all. You guys know Gogeta 4. He is insane beyond belief. But a more insane unit who has been out longer, Future Gohan. This is the best aging unit in the game, right? Like, this isn't even a dispute. He is that guy. Again, I compare him to Majuub, and they kind of had that circumstance where, again, look at their stats. Majuub has, what, 10k more strike attack? Or blast attack, whatever. Stats. Not that great. But then you look at what he does. Again, with Majuub, the same thing. This. Oh, this. 25% damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts after enemy attack is over. Now, you can look at that if you're a new player or something and you're just like, huh, that might not be that great, right? Nah. Because people are going to tap bait you. People are going to tap attack you. People are going to drop combo. People are going to do 97 different things to try to kill you quickly. And doing all these things resets the combo. Every new combo, 25%. If I pair that, let's say with Ultra Gogeta, which is a pretty smart team. If you don't have, let's say, Super Vegeta, you want to run Super Saiyan, so you run Future Gohan instead of Super Vegeta. Blue, yellow, holy shit. You have what? I believe that's 150% damage to Ultra Gogeta, who is probably the best attacker right now in the entire game, right? Just like flat out best attacker. I know Gogeta 4 actually does get more on his initial come-in than Ultra Gogeta, but Gogeta has the Super Saiyan buffs. You run that, you have 50% support. Who's stopping him? The green ain't stopping him. There's good greens in the meta right now. Gogeta 4, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, maybe if you want to run him as like a face tank guy early on. Zamasu in black, they don't stop him. That guy, Future Gohan, man, they hit the fucking mark. Truly, he, like I said, Majuub's the best 1% of like the entire year, 100%. But Future Gohan, he is leagues above Majuub, and if Majuub's the best 1%, you know, that just glorifies how crazy Future Gohan is. Truly, wow, they really actually designed that guy as perfect as they could. Like, legitimately, I am impressed how perfect they designed Future Gohan. Like, I fucking hate the character, but applause for how good he was designed. Honestly, he deserves that design. Again, hate the character, but damn it, I gotta admit, they did him great. Another one, again, this kind of in the realm of Gogeta 4, but not really. The only circumstance I would say it's in the realm is because the leader update didn't exist, so Full Power Frieza couldn't be run on every team. Right now, Full Power Frieza can be run on every team. Obviously, he gains more value now with Reds being MIA, but even throughout his entire lifespan, I believe he came out, what, after anniversary, so August, he really wasn't bad. Again, it was just his team issue, but this unit himself, because this is about the units, right, not their teams, was never bad. You know, he has Dragon Ball manipulation on, not even cover, I think on swap-in, actually removes balls. He has cover change that can combo into a blue card. He has a good green card that lowers sub count. He has more damage inflicted, I believe, when he's last man standing. He has Vanish back on his main. He has a lot of stuff that can make him just do really nice and pretty simple, honestly. Like, pretty simple design of a unit. But he can just do it all. Like, he can just do anything at a good circumstance. And it's not hard to get him good circumstance because his teams, I mean, you run Zenkai Frieza with them, right? Like, that is what you'd run for most units. You want to buff them. You want to make their blue card do more. He's doing an AoE blue card. You buff that. It's very simple to run that, right? To touch on other units, though, well, I guess we'll touch on one more. Revival Gohan, I do think hardly makes this. Now, Revival Gohan has, you know, compared to Evolution Blue, because they, you know, I mean, one was meant to counter the other. Obviously, Evolution Blue came out. He meant to counter fucking Revival Gohan. Evolution Blue is the top one. Revival Gohan's the bottom one, right? I would say Evolution Blue went like this. Revival Gohan kind of went like this. And then, like this, he started to decline. Now, I don't think his decline's so imminent that it's like, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. No, he's still usable, great. He can still solo your dumbass if you get in a circumstance of that. But, from that, I don't think he is perfect, but he's still one of the best aging. I know, it sounds very ass backwards what I'm saying, but what I'm saying right here, he can still do a lot. It's just that he's not God incarnate from what he was. I still think he is great aging, a top 20 unit in the game, if I'm going to be honest with you. And, you know, he has very substantial value even now. It's just his value has gone down since then. Another kind of, you know, few throw-ins, I guess you could call it, because it's hard to throw in units now to say they're best aging. Because you kind of think of it, it's like, okay, am I referring to the whole meta, or am I referring to right now? I'm kind of trying to mix both, and it's hard to do because, like, I could say Gogeta Blue has been one of the best aging units, but that's not referring to right now. That's referring to, like, everything leading up to right now, where I could say Gogeta Blue is there. So I don't want to touch on him, but then I can refer to, like, LF Rose. Like, he's had pretty nice aging. I don't think he's really had the worst aging, but right now, he's really not that guy, because you just don't have enough high damage inflicted for him to where he's actually going to, like, do stuff that he could have done before. Like, that bleed, what the fuck does the bleed do? I thought it, you know, have an impact when I was trying to defend him, but, like, that bleed don't do shit, because they just heal that shit back up, and then poof, poof, poof. And obviously, I'm not going to touch on Sword of Hope Trunks, Goku Vegeta, or Ultra Gogeta, because, well, they just came out. I can't tell they're aging, because they just fucking came out. But a few more just to touch on that. I would say at least had nice aging for when they dropped, right? Bojack, obviously he'd had a very steep fall. I don't think he makes the best aging. This is just good aging, right? He had a very steep fall very quickly. Super Saiyan 3 Goku could relate to that. And regardless of that, I think he had a very good lifespan for himself. And he probably will come back. It's just that right now, he ain't that guy. This Purple Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, now people are calling him, like, you know, a top 5 unit 2021 that's, like, come back or whatever. I don't know. I saw something about it on Twitter. I think he's fine, for sure, but I don't think he's, like, that. Like, he's good, but he's good for where we are. Remember, if you're comparing 2021, and comparing all of Legends, honestly, because that's what this is, he was good for when he came, he's good for now, and he was good a little bit after he came, right? That's really it. He didn't last like Vegeta Blue for fucking, what was it, 10 months or some shit? I don't know how long Vegeta Blue lasted, but as good as he was, Vegeta Blue lasted, I think, I don't even know, what, 7, 8 months? Whatever. He didn't last that long. Maybe he was used, for sure, but he didn't have his insane value because the meta shifted where it became, you know, longer matches, and when he's in longer matches, this Vegeta falls off, then he has a big problem for himself, and then, you know, maybe you don't have the support anymore. Because nowadays, you have all these nuking units, and they can nuke just without support, or with support. Obviously, the support amplifies them. Back then, you didn't have everyone that could just nuke, 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 nuke. You didn't have, you know, Rage Trunks doing what Goku Vegeta can do. Like, you didn't have all that. I do think, again, this Vegeta has aged fine, but I don't think he's, like, cream of the crop, perfect aging unit, you know, undisputed, right? I think he's aged fine, though. Another one would be, actually, funny enough, I thought we were done with Zenkai's. Android 18, you know, I will never Zenkai 7 Android 18 just because the amount of PTSD she has given me in this game is unfathomable, and I hate it beyond belief, so I will never Zenkai 7 her, but you gotta accept it. She does do more to Saiyans. Saiyans are always meta. It's just how it is. If someone does more to Saiyans, and I know these anti-meta things that aren't that great is what I always talk about, but you gotta think about who's doing it. You're thinking of someone like Android 18, who actually, I don't even know what her stats are, 14 stars, 1400%. Pretty nice strike stat there. And again, I don't know which one it is, but yeah, damage inflicted stay in there, and then I believe this would probably be the last one. Yeah, 20% damage inflicted, 10 times character use strike arts, and then she's getting card draw speed again and again and again, and you know, the anti-Saiyan isn't really her whole entire kit, it's only 25%, right? It's just amplifying it more. She is always going to be good, or at least for a majority of metas. You know, there might be some meta shifts where it's like, okay, here's a random regen meta, here's a random Frieza Force meta, you know, that might be a circumstance, but for the majority of the time, she actually is going to be a pretty good aging unit. Again, I will never Zenkai 7 her, so please do not request her showcase. I will never do it for $1 million. Hate her. Hate up PTSD she gave me. Hate it so much. A few more, though. Again, I do feel like giving some limelight to these other units that really you won't see. But, you know, hey, they kind of carried you sometimes. Maybe you forgot about them, right? If I could find them here. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, yeah, you. You. That's what I was referring to. This guy. You guys know what it is. If you guys played when he came out, I don't even know how long movies lasted when he came out, but holy shit, it lasted a long time. This guy, that transforming Vegeta and Purple Bojack, I mean, this is the main guy of it, but yeah, you guys know about transforming movie Gohan. Oh man, the PTSD he also gave me, man. Another one though, Feet Coup. This guy, great support unit. I think, what was the Saiyan team? I believe it was Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, pre-Zenkai, obviously. Red Bardock, and this guy, I loved using this guy. He was such a great support. He just felt like a decent attacker on top of being a support. Not much like you actually see nowadays. Like, if I compare the amount of damage this guy does to what Zenkai Frieza can do, who are both supports, obviously Zenkai Frieza is supporting 10 times more, but the damage this guy just output would, like, shit on Zenkai Frieza's if they were compared, like, side by side in their own metas. I loved how much damage this guy could do. Sub countdown he offered, I believe he healed as well on his green card, and he doesn't heal allies, I believe he just heals himself. He just offers so much, I mean, fun. He has cool animations, and he's just a good unit. Like, overall, he was just a solid fucking option as a 1% unit. I was over the moon about him, right? Some contenders that maybe should make the list, but I don't personally see it. Purple TKP, I seen him getting gassed a little bit recently. I didn't like him on release. I've respected him now to an extent to where, you know, he can be like that guy. It's just that he takes so long. I've had this issue with him since his release, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just ignorant, but look how long he takes to transform. This is just... Ah, man. Oh, wait. It's able so quickly. Hold on. Wait, how do I check his... shit? Yeah, okay. He can't... It's sealed. That's the point. Possess 5 more Dragon Balls when this character enters the battlefield, which is 2 to 3 combos, which is about 20 to 30 counts. That's a long transformation. Or have 30 time counts have elapsed. Again, that's so much. If, you know, this actually activated while this character's on the battlefield, reduce enemy Dragon Balls by 1. He just gained that ball he reduced. Maybe I'd like him a little bit more, because he'd be, you know, maybe one combo, possibly. Because, obviously, 5 Dragon Balls, you're banking on your whole first hand, which means, by the way, if your first whole hand is 4 Dragon Balls, their first whole hand is 4 Dragon Balls, because you start with equal hands in this game, right? And then you're banking on that, on top of you have to do an extra combo. I don't know. I don't see the incredible value in that. Obviously, post-transforming, he does all these debuffs and all this bullshit that makes him fucking insane. But the negative outweighs the positive to me. Maybe he can make it, but I just personally don't see it, right? And I'm sure there's other units, you know, if you guys have any units that you think should make this, but aren't on it, let me know. The main highlights, though, would probably be, again, if I'm going to consider him, which it's such a weird thing to consider him not making this, but it also does make sense. Gogeta 4 is on this, future Gohan, Majuub, Halo Vegeta, Evolution Blue Vegeta. You know, maybe there's some others that I missed that are big shots, but yeah. Full Power Frieza, future Gohan, they all make this. But if you guys disagree, please let me know. If you guys agree, please let me know. Respond to that poll, by the way. I keep getting things in the background popping up about it. Which LF do you guys think is next? I've been saying Bardock. I'm just saying. I've been saying Bardock for the past 2 weeks after Pod Frieza dropped, right? Just saying. Now everyone's saying Bardock, but I've been saying Bardock. I'm just saying. If it is Bardock, I said base to revival Super Saiyan Bardock. Remember that. I've been saying that. I posted Twitter gifs about it. I posted Discord gifs about it. Join my Discord and Twitter if you haven't already, by the way, if you can and you'd like to. Or join my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this all. What LF do you guys think is coming? I believe, what were the options? Broly, Cooler, Golden Frieza, Bardock, right? Let me know what you guys think. Z Broly, by the way. We don't need another Dragon Ball. It's actually horrendous. We have a Dragon Ball Super Broly before a Z Broly, when Z Broly has 3 movies. 3 movies? Dragon Ball Super Broly has, technically, he actually has 2 because Superhero has him in it. But he has 1 movie that's actually out. But enough rambling. Let me know what you guys think of this all, and I'll see you guys in the next one.